The views and the opinions that are expressed on the Monte Carlo show are not necessarily those of its guests or its sponsors. Viewer listening and discretion is advised. Welcome to another episode of the Monte Carlo show. Let's get it.
You're now tuned in to the Monte Carlo show. You dig what I'm talking about?
This is Nehemiah Shamat, and you are now tuned into my album, Monte Carlo, on the Monte Carlo show. Shalom.
What's up, y'all? This Daisy Hunter, a.k.a. Cognac Slim, and y'all already know I'm checking in to the Monte Carlo show. Ooh, it's my song.
I'd like to welcome y'all to the Monte Carlo show. Oh, my God. Hey. Up Entertainment. Oh, my God. We about to take you on a wild ride. It's the Monte Carlo show. We got a lot to discuss. We in the manosphere and every topic is up. The hella with shalom. The plan in effect is to level up your home. Be the best version of yourself and measure up your own. We all got dreams. Set a schedule for your role when you're setting up your goals. We hard working. This the channel for the truth. This beyond purpose. Getting paper cutting green like a lawn service. This a black man channel. I know y'all nervous, but we at y'all service. Anything you want to talk about, let's talk about it. The Monte Carlo show, the truth, we all about it. Perspectives, social push objectives, and we ain't gonna stop till our message is effective. These days, hating is selective, but the Monte Carlo show will always be respected. It's the Monte Carlo show. Come take this ride with us. It's the Monte Carlo show. If you got drive, you up. It's the Monte Carlo show. We getting the streets right, on the road to riches, and every light's a green light. It's the Monte Carlo show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo show. It's the Monte Carlo. It's the Monte Carlo show. It's the Monte Carlo show. Another one.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We back. Welcome to another episode of the Monte Carlo show. I am your host, Monte Carlo, and today's episode is about one of the greatest comedians and that we've ever seen in our lifetime, the infamous Katt Williams. Katt Williams is, in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinion, is one of the greatest comedians that have ever touched a stand-up stage. He's definitely a staple when it comes to stand-up comedy. And, his roles in certain movies, he's been in, Money Mike and Friday, and, he's just been a staple in our community as far as comedy. You can't take away from this man's accolades, how funny he is, how relative he is. Just recently, him and Shannon Sharpe broke the internet, completely just broke the internet. So let's give them a round of applause for that. Yeah. Him and Shannon Sharpe broke the internet recently on Shannon Sharpe's podcast or YouTube channel called Club Shay Shay. So what we're going to do today is we're going to give Katt Williams his flowers, and we're going to hear what he has to say concerning the industry overall, and about other comedians that are involved in the business of comedy. So let's get into it. All right, let's go.
The play he had his own.
Let me go back real quick. I'm sorry, guys.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Goodness, no, we're not gonna do that. No, we're not gonna do that. Let's go back here, and we're gonna start from here.
So how simultaneously?
It's crazy how like I can.
Okay,
there we go.
Act like it did.
There we go.
He just did
right,
his comedy club. He already had his deals when he got here. Have we heard of a comedian that came to LA and in his first year in LA, he had his own sitcom on network television and had his own movie called Soul Plane that he was leading? No, we've never heard of that before that person or since that person. What do you think a plant is? Maybe people don't understand the definitions of these words.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He just did his documentary with Chris Rock where he shows you that his whole upbringing in comedy was on the East Coast.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
So how simultaneously was he here in Los Angeles doing the same thing? It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I hate to seem like a petty individual for picking apart lies, but Jussie Smollett gonna keep lying until you say we don't believe you.
He talking on Juicy Smollett. Now, he made a Juicy Smollett reference, but he's actually talking in regards to the comedian, the entrepreneur, an actor of Kevin Hart. So right now he's talking about Kevin Hart, and he's breaking things down. Oh, my last episode, I was talking about your boy Diddy and all of his zesty allegations that he's associated with. Y'all was talking about your boy Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Take that. Mr. Love, take that. You know what I'm saying? And Katt Williams even goes in on speaking in regards to how Sean Combs has been in the industry. But let's go. Let's continue.
Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life. So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you got to be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
And he is. But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't... Every guy I mentioned to you is not funny out there in real life.
I apologize about that, guys.
So no. Faison's never done his own tour in 30 years. Steve Harvey don't do stand-up no more. Cedric doesn't write. I'm sorry, he doesn't write. Ricky Smiley has been playing the same old black woman forever. Like, you can't get a young fan base with that. Like, you got to be doing karaoke around the country to make that work.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he is.
Yep, facts.
But I'm a stand-up comedian. This is my 19th 100-city tour. I'm not going to have a conversation with these lazy bums that'll take a shortcut at any point. Yes, it's easier for you to juice than to get in the gym. But you don't get to bring that body in here talking crazy.
Talk about how good you look.
What? No, there's too many comics out there that are putting their life on the line to tell these jokes, man.
Okay. Let's get to your upbringing. We're going to circle back and we'll get some...
I want to protect you real quick, because you had said for the Kings of Comedy, it was in 2018, 2019, but did you mean 1999? Because it came out in 2000, so I just...
All right, so right now, you know what I'm saying, they're just interviewing, Katt Williams and him talking about the other comedians that, you know, have acted as if they're in the same light as he's in, acting as if they are funnier than he is, acting like he wasn't given the opportunities that they've had concerning their stand-up comedy shows, TV series, or movies for that matter. Katt Williams and Shannon Sharpe broke the internet here within the last week. So we just you know saying visiting the comments that was made by the legendary Katt Williams. So let's move forward here.
The guy, okay.
You have said that 2018, 2019, but it came out of...
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes. But then you're just hitting them with jokes after that because you don't have to set it up.
Right.
Mark Curry had already helped me work on this joke because I thought it was good because I was getting a standing ovation on it. He had me go back in the lab to help me craft it to be an even more powerful joke.
Shout out
So
to Mark
this is
Curry.
not just a random joke. This is my very best joke, and it's my last joke, and it's my closing joke.
Okay.
1998, I'm doing this joke. It's on Comic View. Cedric comes to the Comedy Store. He watches me in the audience. He comes backstage. He tells me what a great job I did and how much he loves the joke. 2 years later, he's doing that as his last joke on the Kings of Comedy. And he's doing it verbatim. He's just changed my car into a spaceship.
Oh my God!
Him and Steve had already apologized for me, so I gave him a pass for a decade. Why would you sit here and be like, I saw Katt 30 times, and Katt didn't do... As I stand before you, Shannon, I would have bust Cedric's stomach. There was nothing that would have kept me from one of these in that patch right there. Like, are you kidding me? Why would you downplay me like that? Why did I give you a pass if you were just gonna lie? And so that's what I'm saying. Like, they're all a group. Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that.
And to be honest with you, truth be told, you know, he talking about Cedric taking some of his jokes. He's talking about Steve Harvey faking the funk. You know, it's crazy. Like, for me personally, you know, my lady likes to listen to the Steve Harvey morning show every morning as we're going to work. And, you know, I never found Steve. I mean, Steve Harvey is just a silly individual to me. He's never been real funny to me. Like, I don't take him as being funny for real. You know what I'm saying? Now, Kevin Hart, I do feel like is funny. I'm not sure if that funny is at the level of that of a Eddie Murphy or Richard Pryor. Just to name a couple, you know, I'm not sure if it's there. Even Martin Lawrence, you know, just to name a few. I'm not sure if it's quite there, but I remember, you know, Kevin Hart's upbringing, like when he first started and got into the industry, he was doing Paper Soldiers, which, shout out to Dame Dash. Dame Dash was, from what I understand, was at the forefront of Rockefeller at the time, going into the movie industry. So shout out to Dame Dash for that, because I really feel like Dame Dash, amongst a lot of other people, gave Kevin Hart. He brought Kevin Hart initially brought him into the industry in that manner. Then, of course, you had Soul Plane that came out. And after that, you know, things just happened for Kevin Hart. But as far as, Steve Harvey, I really feel like he's never really been that funny. Now, he is a silly guy. Honestly, though, a lot of things that he says on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, especially when it concerns the Strawberry Letter with Cheryl Strawberry, it's like nobody wants to hear you, bro. Nobody wants to, nobody, I don't know, man. You got your certain audience or whatever the case may be, and that's the audience that you can rock with, and that's fine. But honestly, I can't get with Steve Harvey. Cedric is cool. He was in that movie with Martin. It was like a family reunion. I'm sorry I can't remember the name of that movie because that's this is a good movie. But it was with him and Martin Lawrence. And it was he's a good actor. Thus, Cedric the Entertainer. He's a good entertainer. But let's continue to hear what Katt Williams has to say about these comedians in the industry. Let's go.
Oh, Marco's pepperoni.
Hold on, guys. I can't stand when, they just bring on these...
on BET's Comic View twice.
Right.
It had done so well on BET's Comic View that they had made it part of the commercial. So part of the commercial of make sure you tune in to BET was you seeing me doing this joke.
Right.
And this joke is one of those jokes in comedy where you set it up and it takes a little longer to set it up, takes about 3 minutes, but then you're just hitting them with jokes after.
Right.
Cedric, Steve, Ricky, they've been a group. Everybody knows that. They've been aligned. And there are these alliances in comedy. And if you stand against them, then they sometimes have a problem. But we don't let that change the content because that's all you know me for, is that I'm quite likely to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God. That's what these comics understand, is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually, the Lord is going to let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go... Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building ever in 25 years. Like, it's like that. Why? Yes. Because I'm really the product. It's not what you think. I am never under the influence of anything. I'm always in my right mind. I'm always a physical specimen. And when you see me, I'm much, much bigger than you had thought.
And what I remember is, and him saying that, is that, I remember Kevin Hart going on the Breakfast Club, and acting like, there was something wrong with Katt Williams. There was something wrong with him. He's on drugs. Anytime he's scheduled to be at a movie set or at a premiere or to do a show, a stand-up comedy show, that he chose the drugs over doing what he's been blessed to do, which is stand-up comedy. And he's a pretty decent actor as well. And just like Katt said, I've never been under the influence of anything. I've never did this, that, and the other. Now, see, it's funny to me that this video has gone viral. But all before that, everybody had every and anything to say about Katt Williams. And Katt, to be honest with you, man, one of these days I hope to meet you, because I'm not sure if you're ever gonna see this, this episode of me speaking on what you were talking about. But what I am gonna say is, man, based on what I've seen and based on what I grew up watching, with you being involved in it, whether it's stand-up comedy or being in a movie or whatever the case is, you seem like a real solid dude. And I appreciate everything that you've done for the community, for our people, for the for comedy and everything. I appreciate everything you've done, man. You are a legend. Let's keep going. The
guy is playing me than you would like. And I'm relentless. I'm out there. I'm still, to this day, I play 11 games of basketball with a 20-year-old. The record is 92-6. This is just in the yard, just to the rack, just because.
You work out, Cat? You work out, Cat?
Not to the gym.
You don't work out at the gym? You do push-ups, sit-ups?
My whole life it was just push-ups and sit-ups only. I would do like 100 push-ups a day.
I thought you were gonna say 1,000.
No, because this is literally every day.
Right.
This is not for the gram. You know what I mean? Like literally 100 a day. And I would do push-ups, and then I tore both my rotator cuffs. And so it was only thanks to golf that I was even able to get my stuff back. I've been a golfer.
So here he's talking about
quite some time.
here he's talking about golf and stuff like that and how good he is at golf. I didn't know that Katt Williams, you know what I'm saying, played golf, but that's a fun fact. Let's get further into this interview with him and Shannon. Let's get further into this interview. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to maneuver through this new MacBook.
Period. Every single movie that Kevin Hart did was a movie that had been on my desk. That all I had said was, just can we take some of this step and fetch it shit out, and then I can do it. Like, it don't need to be overtly homosexual, because I'm not homosexual, right? It doesn't need that to be funny, right? And me saying that and them going, oh yeah, no problem, and then going to give it to this other guy and having him do it just like it was. And acting like I'm a bad person because I keep standing on my standard. But, yeah, it's interesting, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, again, I'm on the winning side of these decisions.
Will there ever be another Comic View, Def Comedy Jam? Could that, in today, in 24, 25, 26, could we see that again?
They've already announced it. It's already going. You didn't know? Mm-mm. Yeah, Kevin Hart purchased it, so he's now doing Comic View.
All right, cool. So he's saying that Kevin Hart is now doing Comic View. Let's get into another part, I believe, of this this interview where he was speaking about the movie industry in itself. Let me see if I can find it. Y'all bear with me. Let me see here. Let me go a little bit forward.
It was just, can we take some of this step and fetch it shit?
Let me see.
He purchased the rights and...
Yeah, talking about the special needs. That's
hold on.
And for free, you can go further back. Off the tee, but I'm the record is 92-6.
For some reason,
Understand is that I'm not doing nothing for clout. I don't even recognize clout. But eventually, the Lord is gonna let me and you be in one hallway. A lot of these dudes go. Kevin Hart done went 25 years without ever being in the same building with me at the same time. If I go in the building, he walk out. You've never seen us in the same building.
All right, so pretty much, I'm trying to find where, and y'all got to bear with me. I do apologize, but it's funny things is going on in Hollywood. He said that one of the quote unquote, I think it's Weinstein, something like that. His last name is, if I'm not mistaken, offered to do something unthinkable to him in order for him to get a particular role in a movie. And I believe the Katt said that one of the funniest things, or one of the most one of the things that people do in Hollywood is to do something that's real strange and act like it never happened. I got another clip here that I wanted to touch on and speak about, because my last episode, I actually talked about your boy, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Mr. Love. So here's what Katt had to say concerning that whole situation. And not only did Katt say this, 50 Cent also expressed the same sentiments, which I'm going to try to, search and pull up as well. But let's listen to what Katt has to say about the industry and Puff Daddy. Let's go. Hold on.
But the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down $50 million 4 times. 4 times. Just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about. Right. Because P. Diddy be wanting to party. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
You got to tell P. Diddy, take that. Bad boy, take that. Uh-huh. Got to tell Diddy no. Diddy was on that Drink Champs episode with Fab and Jadakiss, like I said before. When you go, why don't you want to party with me, Fab? When you gonna party with me, Fab? Did you miss me? And Fab was like, hey, yeah, we did party together. I had you over. Nah, man, but when you gonna really party with me, man? Like, really party with me? Did you miss me, man? Dude, check this out.
I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them so freely.
Can I need to know? You here, get your number.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Come on.
Because early on you was accusing me of being...
Cat, man.
It's crazy. Because I'm favored by God. Like, when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have. Because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it. That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man. So, you're not supposed to look...
Nothing but the truth, so help me God. Now, I've had to turn down 50...
Hey, yo, man. That's him telling you that he had to turn down Puff's offer to take him shopping. You know what I'm saying? Because Puff Daddy likes to party. And I'm not sure if if shopping for Puff means...
Nigga, Puff was like, yeah, like, first he was helping him to get style. Then he was like, when we gonna get the chance to, to kick it, like, we can just hang out, nigga, we gotta kick it. This is Puff. Okay. He telling me we gotta kick it and shit, and he was like, why don't we, like, go shopping or some shit? I mean, like, I pay for it. And I was like, what the fuck this nigga just said? I got the fuck away from him, because I was like, this nigga just tell me he take me shopping. Uncomfortable. Like he said something to me one time, a long time ago. At Chris Knighty's wedding, he told me to take me shopping. I looked at him like, what'd you just say? Let me move, man, before I do something. You gonna make me mess up the wedding.
Hey, yo, that was 50 talking about P. Diddy zesty self. But even Katt Williams said that Puff tried to do the same thing with him. Mr. Love tried to do the same thing. But this show is about Katt Williams. Katt Williams is one of the greatest comedians to ever touch a stage with stand-up comedy and everything. He is a great thinker. He's very precise in his words and what he does. People paint him to be a bad guy. But I respect men like Katt Williams, because I'm in a lot of ways similar to him in regards to reality and how men are supposed to act and conduct themselves and standing on truth. Y'all out here in the world, I stand on business. Katt Williams stand on business, but in his essence, he stands on truth, and he can be hilarious and funny in terms of standing on truth. He even spoke about Hollywood, saying, there's a clause in the contract where you can't even say the name Jesus or who y'all would call Jesus. You can't even say that name. They try to put all the men, if you notice, they try to put all the men in dresses. All the black men in dresses. Now, you did have a couple of white guys that, you know what I'm saying, do the dress thing or whatever the case may be, but they don't really push that narrative towards them. You had the Mrs. Doubtfires and all that other stuff, and you had those type of things, but they don't really push that narrative when it comes to the Caucasian community that they have with the black community. Everybody that y'all think are popular and very famous right now, most of them have put on a dress sometime earlier in their career. You know what I'm saying? That tells you a lot about how these people that run Hollywood really feel about us as a people, us as men. That is demoralizing. That is emasculating. Like, I would never put a dress on for any reason. I would never try heels on for any reason. There wouldn't be no, I don't care what kind of money you're offering me, what kind of accolades or what kind of exposure that'll give me, so to speak. I would never put on a dress or anything concerning a woman. The Bible speaks about that. That's an abomination. Men should not wear women's clothing according to the word of the Most High. And women shouldn't wear men's clothing according to the word of the Most High. Y'all look those scriptures up yourself and see if I'm not telling the truth. Men shouldn't wear women's clothes and women shouldn't wear men's clothes. And I don't care how you feel about it. I ain't write it. I ain't say it. The Most High said, if you got a problem with that, take it up with the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to stop playing with Katt Williams, man. And I believe that his show, his stand-up comedy show, is coming to my city here in South Carolina. And I definitely, if the Most High willing, I'll have, you know what I'm saying, the ability to go and attend that show. You know what I'm saying? Because he deserves that. He's one of the realest people I've seen in the entertainment industry for a long time. I really truly believe that Katt Williams keeps things even keel. He's real and he's telling the truth. That's my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I say that to say this, man. Congratulations to Shannon Sharpe for having his podcast, Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay. Also, big ups and, you know, to Katt Williams, a legend in the game, in the comedy section of entertainment, and all of the things that Katt Williams does behind the scenes. I heard this man was very generous. I mean, Katt Williams, look, check this out. If you ever feeling generous in the near future and you want to maybe do an interview with me, you know what I'm saying, wishful thinking, or you want to sponsor the Monte Carlo show, hey man, I'm here for it, man. I'm here for it. But y'all can't keep playing with Katt Williams, man. Like, it is what it is. So I want to give Katt Williams his flowers. From what I've seen so far, that man has been telling the absolute truth concerning other comedians taking his stuff. There's been a lot of comedians and entertainers, Ludacris, and other people commenting on, since he's put out this interview with Shannon Sharpe. There's been a large amount of entertainers and famous people speaking on this particular interview and all the things he had to say. And truth be told, I gotta believe him. TBT. Truth be told, TBT. I gotta believe him, man. Like, I don't see nobody calling him a liar. You know what I'm saying? Or denying the things that he's saying. But in them not saying that he's a liar, I also see that people are just like poking fun at him and saying things that ain't got nothing to do with what his accusations are. So it is what it is, man. I just wanted to speak on this particular subject and this topic. Of course, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode of the Monte Carlo Show. I am your host, Monte Carlo. You can follow me on Instagram at @IAM_Monte Carlo. All of my other links to my other Instagram channels are in the description. As far as my other businesses and other things that I got going on. But you can follow me on Instagram at @IAM_Monte Carlo. You can also follow this YouTube channel. Please, subscribe to the channel, comment on the subject matter. Make sure you like it, share it, hit the notification bell for any of my future content that I'm going to put out. I think the next thing I'm going to touch on is the Jonathan Majors situation. The Jonathan Majors situation, Kane the Conqueror. He was also in the Creed movie with Michael B. Jordan. I think that's going to be, you know, coming up in the near future as far as the content I drop. As of right now, we want to give our flowers to Katt Williams. You are a solid guy. I hope that the Most High puts me in a situation where I can meet you one of these days.